Hello to all you beautiful people out there in the world today. I hope you lovely people are having a smiling day. And with that smile, it is brightening your way. I want to talk to, and I would like to try to encourage those who don't know how to move forward in life, who are struggling with moving forward, who are struggling with, you beautiful people who are struggling with your identity, you beautiful people who have lost your way and are trying to find your way back, or have lost your happiness. You beautiful people that have lost your joy, and you can't find your joy and your peace, beautiful people. You beautiful people who are having sleepless nights and can't quite sleep at night or don't sleep at night at all. To all of you beautiful people who are struggling with these things, the doctor has to prescribe your beautiful self something. Chances are, maybe, maybe not, so that you can sleep at night. Or after a surmountable amount of time, after the doctor has prescribed your beautiful self something, it no longer is having the effect that you feel like that it needs or that you need for your beautiful, lovely self to sleep at night, or for your beautiful self to retain who you are. It's nothing more beautiful than being your beautiful self. And chances are, I might sound redundant, and some of the things I might say might sound rhetorical, but it's beautiful people as many times as I need to, or feel the need to say it, or to present this to you, and how your beautiful self needs to receive it. And for me, chances are, beautiful people, and I may have said that again too as well, to be the support system that you need. Well, the beautiful, wonderful thing about love, beautiful people, is, it suffers long, and it doesn't act, or nor is it ill towards its neighbor, and I have nothing ill to ever think or say, to offend anybody. My objective and my goal always is to help somebody and to encourage you beautiful people. Because as I stated before, all of you all are beautiful to me. But to see you beautiful people walking around miserable, you're not happy with yourself, you're not happy with your life, and you're sad, you're walking around with your head hung down, don't know how to enjoy life anymore, because you're missing someone who was dear to you, or who was very important to you, and I understand, I don't understand, but I do understand too, because I can't be you. I can't be a beautiful you no more than a beautiful you can be a beautiful me. However, you know, it would make me feel good to experience all of us being beautiful together. And that's my objective, and that's my goal. It's for all of us beautiful people to be beautiful together. For when we see each other out and about, if that should happen, and it has happened with some of you beautiful people who I've been told that, watch my videos and follow my channel. And I enjoy the pleasure of seeing all of you beautiful people, when I'm out and about, and when I'm out in society and in the public, because we share beautiful, kind words and beautiful smiles together. But, that's not to rain on anybody's parade and to offend anybody, by me being myself and being who I was created to be. That's the person that I was created to be, and it would be difficult to impossible for me not to be myself, and having been created to encourage you beautiful people, and to put a smile on your face and keep you all feeling good about yourself. Be it, and in hopes that, well, I don't know if I would say in hopes, but yes, that, if you have a loved one or family member or friend, who's struggling with the things that I just related to or referred to is that you would be so kind, not for me to get subscriptions. That's not important. Or to get a hold or a plethora of views. That's not important either. What's important to me is that, you get your daily requirement for living, of your dosage of kind words and smiles, and feel the love in doing so, because there is love in me sharing kind words and smiles with you beautiful people. If I thought that kind words and smiles, would be the total and complete, medicine or cure for what ails you, and for whatever you're going through, I would present kind words and smiles to you if I thought I can love kind words and smiles to you if I thought I could do that all day long, every day, all day, if I thought I can do that. But it's impossible for me to personally be in all of you beautiful people's presence all at one time, for that to happen and for that to take place. It's impossible for that to happen. So I have to be behind, this camera, so that, I can encourage you beautiful people and in hopes that, something it is that I have said or that I'm saying, would be the very thing that you need to hear, beautiful people, for you to feel better about yourselves. And it's important to me that you do feel good and that you feel better about yourselves. And that, you could go on enjoying life, receiving kind words and smiles. And pass that beauty on to somebody else, beautiful people, so that those beautiful people can be beautiful with us and we can all be beautiful together. But we just cannot leave someone alone. We just cannot leave you beautiful people out there alone, feeling like you are alone, or thinking that you are alone as a result of life's challenges and life's contentions that you may or may not be compassed by. It's I could not just sleep at night knowing, or thinking that it was something I should have, could have, and may have said, but I didn't. Or something that I should have or could have done, but I didn't do it, to encourage you beautiful people or someone, so that someone will feel better about who they are, and that someone or that person or persons, would something maybe that I'm blessed, to say, would inspire you or cause you or place you or position you to live a better life, or to change your mindset or your way of thinking. That's important to me. When I have those experiences, or when people share with me, how they're feeling when I see them in public, and that they're feeling better about things, or they appreciate the things that they heard, that's what I live for, beautiful people. That's what I live for. I can go home and sleep good at night knowing that I was blessed to have an effect on somebody else's life. Because that's what it's all about, have an effect on somebody else's life in a beautiful way, beautiful people. But let's be beautiful together. Let's be encouraging together. Let's be strong together. When I'm out and about in public and I'm sharing kind words and smiles with the people, I share kind words and smiles to encourage people and to give people hope, not to rain on nobody's parade, or, to, with regard to how they may or may not be feeling, or if they're feeling in a negative sense, or if they're feeling in a bad way, not to hurt you or harm you with my words from my mouth and from my mind that comes from my beautiful eternal soul to you beautiful people's eternal soul and beautiful minds. I don't say things, I don't say these things or present these things to you beautiful people to hurt nobody. I'm not that kind of person. It's not in me to do that. It's not in me to do that at all. When I'm out and about, like last night when I was on my way in from promoting, kind words and smiles out in the community, you know, and I saw a beautiful lady, a beautiful, wonderful person. I saw she was struggling. She was down on herself, but she seemed to be in good spirits. She seemed to be appeared to be a strong person, but you never always really know how a person really is thinking and feeling on the inside. So you never really know. I didn't, didn't want to assume anything, but I spoke to her, and asked her how was she feeling and how you doing, and I hope all is well with you. And then I said, where's that beautiful smile at? And that beautiful person began to smile, and if I thought I could have gotten away with giving her a hug and making her feel even more enhancedly better and more beautiful about where she is with whatever it was that she may have been going through, I would have. So I asked her, did she need anything? And could I give her some money? And she said yes, she would appreciate it. So I did that, and she had laughter and smiles together before we parted ways. I don't do anything looking for any recognition or anything like that. That's not why I did that at all. I just wanted to share kind words and smiles with her, and share the love with her in hopes that she would feel loved and that she would feel the love and that she will feel more of being her beautiful self. This is why I encourage you beautiful people, not to try to tell you what to do or anything like that, but to encourage you beautiful people, to rekindle, those relationships you haven't had in a long time, with a family member or a friend, because they're out there. That's some mother's daughter. That's some mother's daughter, and that's some father's daughter, and may have some children out there somewhere, who knows, and we got to bring each other home. We got to nurture each other. We got to encourage each other. We got to respect each other, beautiful people. We got to love each other, beautiful people. We got to be strong together and for one another, beautiful people. But we cannot forget about each other, beautiful people. Let's not forget about each other. Let's not remain angry and bitter, beautiful people. Upset and unhappy about something that happened 5, 10, 20, or 30 years ago. That's a long time to be angry and stay mad, and upset about something. That's why, as I often said in times past, that we just need to, reacquaint ourselves with each other, reunite ourselves with each other, and establish some new memories. Forget about those old ones if they weren't good, which is why you all haven't been around each other, spending quality time together. Forgetting those things that are behind, and focusing on those things that are before you, or those beautiful things that can be reunited and renewed and become a beautiful part of your beautiful selves again, beautiful people. Because you all are beautiful people. You wonderful people, and all it takes is the initiative. We just need to take the initiative to do it. We just have to, want to see in ourselves developing and maturing into, more beauty, a more classified, and a more acceptable and a more defining beautiful you, a beautiful person. We should always want to share ourselves with each other, with everyone. We should always want to do that. You see someone out on the streets down on their luck, not feeling quite themselves, unhappy. Maybe even they might be even talking to themselves. that kind word that you speak to them and you share with them, speaking to that person, may be the kind word and the smile that that beautiful person needs, to bring them out from their downtrodden ways of living. Those, unfortunate life challenges and experiences that they may have had that have brought them to that point where they are. We should not look down on a person unless we're going to reach down to that person to pick them up. That's the only time that we should look down at a person, beautiful people. That's the only time that we should make standing up to sitting down on the ground or with a stoic look on their face, because they're looking for hope to stand. They're looking for a helping and a positive hand to embrace the warmth of its beauty that says, when you reach out to them, that I love you and I care about what happens to you. I just wanted to share a kind word and a smile with you. That person is not going to forget you. They're going to remember you, beautiful people. In fact, when they're out and about in society, every time they look around, they're looking for you because you warmed their soul. You gave them hope so they can cope. You gave them something to look forward to when there's nothing around them, that says, that, everything is better and everything has changed and things are no longer the same. I'm not living this life anymore. I'm not out here on the streets homeless with no place to go. Pushing a baby stroller around or a shopping cart with what little belongings they have that they're trying to hold on to. We've beautiful people, we've got to be strong and we got to be encouraging together. We got to give each other that hope that says that we can make it, we can stand, we can survive. Beautiful people, let's not walk past other beautiful people. Don't look down on them and think that they're not beautiful because they don't have what you have, beautiful people. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody is beautiful. Let's inject into that low self-esteem some hope. Let's open up our arms and our souls, beautiful people, our beautiful eternal souls to these beautiful people. So that every time they see you or they're in your presence, they see nothing but beauty. That you'll give them something to look forward to. You give them, a reason for, in its continuance for living. Let's do that, beautiful people. Let's continue to give each other that reason and its continuance for living. Let's not throw each other away, beautiful people. Let's not do that. Let's not ball each other up in the corners of our minds and just throw each other away, beautiful people, and forget about one another. Let's not do that. We got to struggle through it. In life, one way or another, there's going to be a struggle, whatever it is. It's not what happens to you, beautiful people. It's how you relate to them and how you handle what happens to you or around you. Let's handle these differences. Let's not allow these differences or these challenges and contentions in life to permeate us in a negative sense or in a negative way. Let's not allow these things to suffocate us in such a way, that we can no longer function in life or in society. Without struggle, there'll be no change. Let's fight for change. Let's do it, beautiful people. We can do it. Let's fight for it. You know, we can do it. I was, just day before yesterday, I was out, as usual. I was promoting my channel. I was in front of Food Max, you know, and just encouraging people, watching, enjoying the pleasure of people smiling and feeling good about themselves, and, you know, not to sound in that regard self-centered or selfish, you know, because I'm not, you know, and if I have made at any point, any time, have made anybody or anyone feel that way, I apologize. Please forgive me, because that's never my objective, is to make someone feel that way, that, you know, I'm so riddled with kind love, kind words, and smiles, you know, that I have a one-track mind for life in society, in society, you know, to think that that everybody is happy, joy-filled, laughing and smiling and feeling good about themselves, because everyone is not. You know, it would be nice if they were. You know, I would feel good knowing that they were. You know, but they're not. Unfortunately, they're not, beautiful people. There are unfortunately a lot of dysfunctional people who have lost their way concerning regarding love, joy, and peace, you know, and happiness and kind words and smiles. And they don't know how to find their way back. And they are trying to find their way back. And they are letting me know that they're trying to find their way back. You know, and it really, the experience I had, it really touched me some. You know, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming at all. But the courage, I like to think that it took for that beautiful person, you know, to approach me the way that they did. After probably, this is just my words, and don't quote me on that, but, you know, probably have been shut up in themselves for such a long time, you know, that they have probably gone as far as they can go, you know, with how they're feeling. Beautiful people, they probably have gone as far as they can go with how they are feeling. So now they're trying to find their way back. And I really think that they are. And I just really would like for more people to approach me the way that that person did. And if that beautiful person is listening to me, I would love it if that beautiful person would reach out to me and contact me, or look to see me again, and, you know, in the public places. Or if that beautiful person would find someone that they can lean on, or that they can depend on, or that they can trust, to listen to them and to hear them out, and to hear what it is that that beautiful person has to say. Because they're ready to talk. They want to talk now. You know, but yes, I was standing in front of Food Max, and I was promoting my channel, and I was encouraging people. And this person went way out of their way to come all the way around in front of me, to look me in my face, to say to me, to tell me, you know, that I don't know why you're out here encouraging people to smile, you know, and sharing kind words and smiles with people. Everybody don't want to hear that. Everybody don't need to hear that. Everybody is not happy. Everybody's not feeling good about themselves. And I paused for a minute because I didn't know what to say, because that beautiful person took me by surprise. I didn't see it coming. But I knew in that very moment, with what I was hearing, I had to say something. I either had to say it with a smile on my face or without a smile on my face. But I had to say something. And I had to find a neutral ground for what it is that I had to say, in hopes of acceptance and agreements in one way, in one form, in one fashion or another, that person would hear me out. And that what it was that I had to say, or would scrounge her up to say, that wouldn't push them further into where they were with what they were going through in terms of how they were feeling. Because I can see the hurt and I can see the pain on their face and in their eyes. And if I could have gotten away with it, I'd have held that beautiful person in my arms and whispered in their ear and told that beautiful person, I love you and I care about how you think and how you feel. But I couldn't do that, and I knew I couldn't do that. So I had to reply. I had to respond, to that person, that beautiful person's pain, in terms of how they may or may not was feeling. And so what I said to that beautiful person, I told them, I hope that, more sooner than later, you'll feel better about the way things are. And you too one day will have a beautiful smile on your face. And that beautiful person said, thank you, I hope so. I hope one day I will feel that way. Which let me know in that very moment, that beautiful person was reaching out to me. And they was reaching out for help. They wanted help. That beautiful person has lost their way to kind words and smiles and living their lives peaceably and happily. That beautiful person had lost their way and didn't know how to find their way back. And it warmed my soul. I had to think about it for a while. I had to replay everything over again. I had to revert back to everything that transpired and took place. And I had to recant that moment, that time, with that person. I had to revert back and recant that time and think about it and play it over and over and over and over again in my mind. Everything, screen by screen. I had to play it over again, frame by frame, thought by thought, memory by memory. I had to play it over again in my mind, and after having done so, I concluded, and it came to me that beautiful person was reaching out to me. And chances are that beautiful person, without me knowing it, could have been watching me and could have been watching me for a while. And after a certain time or a certain period, they mustered up the courage. That beautiful person mustered up the courage to come and face me. And I'm glad that they did, because I didn't take it personally and I wasn't offended by it. I can't take anything personal and be offended by things that I'm faced with or can pass by in public or in society or in the world regarding how people might relate to or feel about me, who I am with what I do. Can't do that. I can't do that at all. And it's not because I just can't do that because, I would be concerned about how people would think, or feel about me doing that. That's not it. That's not it at all. I can't be because it's not in me to be that way. My soul, I may have said this before, but I had a beautiful child, a beautiful young man, touch me, really, really touch me. And I had to pause to gather myself, because I felt a little emotional in that moment. And he asked me, was I a celebrity? I was in the grocery store. He said, oh, look, there's kind words and smiles. And I began to talk to the young man, say, hello, young man. You're such a beautiful young man, and you have such a beautiful soul and a beautiful smile filled with love, kind words and smiles. And when he asked me, was I a celebrity? I said, no, young man, I'm not a celebrity. I said, My name is Frank Anderson, and I have a beautiful eternal soul just like you, just like yours. And my beautiful eternal soul is filled with love, kind words, and smiles. And when I said that, I watched that line with all those people in that line. My attention was drawn to all the people in the line for whatever reason for a moment. And I watched the faces of people, how they lit up and how hearts dropped and how that affected people, with what I said. And that's why it's important, to be who you are, to be the person that you were created to be. That's why it's important to be that person, not looking for any accolades of any kind, not looking to make a name for myself or to create a stage for myself. I've already done that without even trying, and I lead by that example. I hold myself to those standards and those principles. I do. I can wake up and wipe the sleep out my eyes and commit to sharing kind words and smiles and love toward people, because it's in my beautiful eternal soul, beautiful people, and that's who I was created to be. And just to see those beautiful people, all those beautiful people whose eyes just lit up with glee and the smiles that highlighted their lovely faces in detail with regards to me and that beautiful young man's interaction. But not to take away from or deviate from what I was saying regarding that beautiful lady that approached me. I hope I see her again. I really do. I'm looking forward to seeing her again. Can't wait. Because I would love for her to open up and pour some more things out in terms of how she's feeling. In hope and in belief that upon doing so in its continuance, and with all you beautiful people that are listening, it would free her mind, and that she would find her way back and wrap her arms around its beauty upon doing so. And never look back. Keep moving forward. Yes, I know you miss those beautiful people. I know you miss those beautiful people that you loved, that may have, passed away from natural causes, who may have passed away from, sicknesses and illnesses, or may have committed suicide, whatever the case may be, beautiful people. I'm not saying this to be difficult or to harm you, or to add to your pain or your feelings or your emotions whatsoever. I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. It's not in me to do that. It's in me to be the best support system that you may or may not have that you need, so that you can move forward. Because after having that experience, I realized that there are a lot of you. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of beautiful people who are struggling with moving forward, who have lost their way, who don't know, how to cope with how they're feeling, and with what they're dealing with, and what has befallen them. There's nothing wrong with you, beautiful people. And I don't want you to feel like there is something wrong with you because you are where you are with what you're going through and what you're dealing with. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not contaminated. You're not some hateful being in life that people hate and can't stand to be around. We just don't understand how you're feeling with what you're going through and just want to be there for you and be the best support system that you may or may not need. But for me to feel like that I'm being attacked And maybe indirectly you are attacking me, or attacking people or attacking us and don't even know it, you know, or for that matter, it's not your intent to do so. It's not your intent to do so at all, but you're in a battle, you're in a fight. And I'm here and others that love you and that care about you, family members, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever it might be. They see that battle, that you're waged in or that you may have waged for yourself. And you have been in that battle of mourning and grieving for so long or far too long that you don't know how to find your way back. So don't feel like that you're attacking me, because you're not attacking me at all with whatever, your actions to me, or, whatever, however you might aggress me, and you may not feel like, or you don't even realize that you're doing it. How you may aggress me. I'm not taking that to heart. I'm not gonna get mad at you and use a few choice words and cuss you out. I don't cuss. I don't use words of that that caliber. Those words don't, in actions of such, don't exist in my thoughts. They don't exist in my thoughts at all. In fact, I'm just gonna, like I did with that beautiful lady. I'm just going to pause and take a deep breath, maybe 2 or 3, in a sigh of relief, because I'm having, or along with having had with that beautiful lady, an experience that I've never had before. So this is that's new for me. That's different. I've dealt with a lot of different ones, but that approach was different, because the courage that it took, and I can see all that she put into it, to get it out, to have that release. And that's how it starts. And I think that after that beautiful lady had that release and expressing to me how she was feeling with where she was, because she didn't have to do that, but she did. And then on the back end, say that she hoped that, more sooner than later, she will have a different outlook, or for that matter, a clearer perspective, which lets me know she wants to be happy again. She wants to have joy again. She wants to have peace again. But these beautiful people have been mourning, far too long. And unfortunately, it's become overt, and they don't know how to let go. They don't know how to walk away from it. We need to, beautiful people, leave the door of our minds and our thoughts open for them to come home to us, and allow them to express themselves, say what's on their mind. If they got to scream, yell, fuss, cuss, to get it out, cry, let them get it out. Let them get it out so such a one can be restored. So that we can have that life back in society, functioning, normally, functioning approbably. We need that. We need that person back in life. We need that person. We miss their presence. We miss, or have missed, or you have missed what that person brings to the table in life. How that person used to smile, and the fun things that beautiful person or those beautiful people brought to life. We miss that. Excuse me. And we need that presence to function again in life. We need that beauty, beautiful people. We need that beauty back in life and back in society. That beautiful person before, they've had fallen prey to how they're feeling, with regard to, their thinking capacity and their mentality, to function and exist for about as good or for about as best as they could. You know, we need that beautiful person back in life functioning. Somebody looked up to that person. The persons, beautiful people, those beautiful people at one time in life, they were somebody's primary example. Excuse me. They gave someone hope, so that they can cope. They made someone else beautiful, about, their life and their living and their way of thinking. Beautiful people. In someone's life, they changed things and they made things better. And somebody looked up to them. They held them as their mentor. When they saw those beautiful people fall or fell prey to how they're thinking and how they're feeling, because they really and genuinely loved someone that they can no longer see, to express that love to that beautiful person or persons again, beautiful people. But, those memories that linger in the lives of those beautiful people, those memories that lie dormant in the lives of those beautiful people. We have to continue, inspire that beautiful person or those beautiful people. With what little inspiration, that we may or may not know of, that we have to offer or that we can present to them, that would restore such a one and give them life, so that they can be reinducted back into society, and continue to live. And those beautiful people that have long awaited their arrival for their return, that have been missing them, beautiful people, they can enjoy their lives together again. But just be it known, this moment and this day, it's never my intent, to share kind words and a smile with all you beautiful people out there in the world in such a way that I have a closed caption view or a closed caption mindset to my ideology of thinking in such a way that I don't realize, or I've become, blind to the fact that there are beautiful people out there like that beautiful lady that approached me, that's going through what they're going through. And I'm mindful of these things quite a bit. I'm mindful of these things. But I talk to upwards of 500 to 1,000 people a day, and with each and every last one of those people that I talk to or that I spend a few minutes with, that I'm not insensitive to how they might be thinking or how they may be feeling. That doesn't happen for me, and that's never going to happen. I'm not thinking that way, and I don't think that way. I don't live my life that way. At the end of the day, that's why I often, share with people or say to people, when they want an extended talk or extended conversation or want me to be remindful, or to remember who they are, or they want to share those beautiful people want to share some other beautiful information with me pertaining to what's going on with them. I encourage those people to leave something in the comment section because I won't remember. And I tell them it's not personal, and I don't intend for it to be that way. I just talk to too many people, and I won't remember. At the end of the day, I'm not physically tired. I'm mentally tired. And if you can listen to the sound of my voice the way I'm sounding now, yeah. I'm hoarse at the end of the day sometimes, maybe more times than not. And it's because as I stated before, beautiful people, I leave myself with you all. I leave a part of myself with you all. I leave all of myself with you all more times than not. And I have to go rejuvenate. I have to go refresh myself. I have to keep moving. Because if I don't keep moving, and as soon as I sit down, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm asleep. I'm out. I'm renewing my beautiful self for you beautiful people. So that when I see you beautiful people, on the morrow or the next day, if you will, us beautiful people can pick up from where us beautiful people left off together. And so we can be beautiful again and enjoying kind words and smiles together, and sharing them with one another. So no, don't ever think, that, I'm not in acknowledgement of the fact that, there are other beautiful people out there who are not feeling quite themselves. I'm hoping that's why when I'm out and about, excuse me, I always encourage you beautiful people, to share it with someone. When I see you beautiful people out and about in public, I asked you, have you shared kind words and smiles with somebody else? And I always share with you beautiful people, to make it known to you, that it's kind words and smiles. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than any one or few people or persons or a person. That's why I always encourage you, beautiful people, to go and share it with someone else. Not for ratings, not for statistical purposes, none of that stuff. I always ask you, beautiful people, to go and share kind words and smiles with someone else, because you never know what they might be going through. And then some people, I tell them, I ask them, I say, have you checked it out? Have you viewed it? But I said, not here lately. And I encourage those beautiful people. I said, you don't know what your family members or friends might be going through that may be introverted, or they have gone introverted with, excuse me, that they may or may not be sharing with you how they're feeling and how they're thinking with what they may or may not be going through. Unfortunately, I have to talk about those things, but I put it out there. I said, you never know. They could be suicidal. They could be depressed, and not sharing it with you. And then they immediately, whip out their phone. Those beautiful people will immediately pull out their phone and say, you know what, you're right. I didn't think about it that way. And then they will begin to, impute it into their phone, so that they can share it with their, beautiful family members and their beautiful friends. As I often say, beautiful people, and I may continue to often say it again. It's because I love and I enjoy encouraging you beautiful people. I want you beautiful people to always be happy. Every time I see you, I want to see a smile on your beautiful face. And if you don't have a smile on your beautiful face, my goal, my objective in that very moment is to go to work, to inspire one in this place, to shine on your beautiful face. So that you all can be happy and feel good about yourselves, for whatever the reason or the purpose is, hopefully it's just because, for one thing, it's a way of living, and that you enjoy this life and that you enjoy living. Don't let what goes on around you or what happens to you dictate or define who you are. Face that challenge and be more than a conqueror and overcome it. That's right, overcome it. And if you can't do it by yourself, or you don't feel like you can do it by yourself, invite someone else who you may consider to be a more stronger version of you, or that you can trust, or that you can relate to, or someone that you can look up to and that you can respect. Invite those people into your life. And open up and converse with them. And let them know how you're thinking and how you're feeling, and don't hold nothing back. So that they can better relate to where you are in terms of how they're going to be that support system to you or for you, or to strengthen you, or to, excuse me, or to encourage you. You see, kind words and smiles, as I stated before, is not some best kept secret. And going through something in life is not some best kept secret either. You know, because sooner or later, what's in the dark is going to come to the light anyway. And those beautiful people are going to see those facial expressions of yours. You know, and what's affecting you and what's hurting you, it's going to affect them and it's going to hurt them. Why? Because they love you and they care about how you think and how you feel. You know, so yeah, don't assume that, you know, with where you are with, you know, in terms of what you're going through, you know, it's just personal. And it's just you feeling that way or going through it. You know, I'll invite them in and allow them to be a support system to you. You know, chances are they were able to move on. They were going through the exact same thing that you were going through, and may have been feeling the exact same way that you were feeling. Because chances are, maybe or maybe not, what happened, beautiful people, or what took place. You know, it was in the lives of you all. What took place. The happenings that occurred. And chances are, they realized that, you know, it was time to stop mourning. And that, you know, they had to move on from mourning to memories, to beautiful memories, beautiful people, to share those beautiful memories with the world, you know, to keep that person's life and legacy alive through other people. And it's not such a, it's not a bad advancement, you know, to share or to project in the lives of others. It's not. But that person, that loved one or that relative or that friend, they was able to move on. You know, chances are they was able to go on with their lives because they realized that it was beginning to become overt. And they took an evaluation of themselves and they examined themselves. And they realized that if they didn't move on, they were about to become stuck with those feelings. Beautiful people, that a lot of you beautiful people are now stuck with dealing with or struggling to overcome its challenges. Well, if that person or persons were able to overcome it, they had the ability to move on. They had the courage, the wherewithal, the fortitude, the faith to move on, to move forward. Then allow that person or persons, doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that was a challenge that you were faced with that was more than you saw coming and was able to relate to when it arrived or when it got there or when you had to face up to it or when you had to address it or had to deal with it. Okay, now you can do it. And use that person or persons, or allow that person or persons who may or may not have had to overcome what you're still, unfortunately, beautiful people, what you're still struggling with. Give that person the chance. Beautiful people, give that person the opportunity. You know, to be that help, that support system that your beautiful self need, beautiful people, to move forward. There's nothing wrong with moving forward, beautiful people. Moving forward or going forward, you know, is a common way of living and existing. It doesn't mean that, you know, if you move forward, that you've forgotten about that person, that they ever existed. Or if in some way that person would be offended by the fact that you were moving on and going on with your life. No, that wouldn't be the case at all. That would be the opportunity. It would be the time, and it would be the given and the granted opportunity to take that person's legacy or that individual's legacy to the world so that they can experience and share in a beauty that you once knew or that you once experienced for yourself in that person or in that person's life. And that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with sharing something beautiful with the world. The world needs more beauty. Beautiful people, it can never get enough of your beauty. Beautiful people. The world can never get enough of your beautiful self being in it. Beautiful people. The world can never get enough, beautiful people, of seeing your beautiful smile and your beautiful presence, filling the atmosphere in their presence, creating in them and giving them a new hope on the horizon, for life's worthiness to be admired in its beauty of existing in kind words and smiles. There's not a more wonderful, it's not a more beautiful experience, beautiful people, than to love your beautiful self, beautiful people. And to love your beautiful self, beautiful people, with kind words and with smiles. Yes, it's the seasoning in the food that gives it the flavor and the taste that it needs for you to enjoy all of its beauty and all of its pleasures. It is so, beautiful people. It's the warm embrace that says, I love you. Okay? It's the beautiful hope, beautiful people in yourselves, that says, I can do, and I know I can. It's the beautiful, wonderful experience to have, beautiful people, in your beautiful, wonderful lives that says that was then and this is now. It is so, beautiful people, to be able to say that kind words and smiles gives me the nourishment that I need to keep that skin in all of its proportions lubricated and lovely in its place. To feel good about how beautiful it is in its place. For everyone to see that beauty in you, with that beauty being in its place. Seeing that you're happy with you, and that you love you, and that you appreciate you, beautiful people. They'll see all those wonderful things. You don't have to tell them. They see it. They see it. They can see that you enjoy your time with yourself. And that's not a haughty way of thinking. Or don't allow it to be a haughty way of thinking or living. Don't allow it or cause it to turn into that. That's not what I'm saying. And your beautiful, humble way of being your beautiful, humble, and submissive, beautiful self in life. That's the beautiful person I'm referring to. That's the beautiful person I'm relating to, beautiful people. That you can feel beautiful about yourself and not know that feeling that way or allowing being that way becomes overt. No, that's not what I'm referring to. That's not what I'm relating to when I refer to the beauty that is in your beautiful self. Remain beautiful still, beautiful people. And I know and I believe you always will. Because if it has anything to do with me, beautiful people, I'm going to always be that beautiful one, beautiful people, and my beautiful self. To encourage your beautiful self. To be much of that beauty in your beautiful self as you possibly and would loathe in, and that you can and will enjoy in its warm embrace your beautiful self. As I've told you beautiful people before, and you beautiful people who are struggling with it, your identity. As I've told you before, and I may continue to tell you again, go look in the mirror, beautiful people. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that I'm going to walk away from this. That I'm going to separate myself from these feelings. I'm going to change the way I feel and the way that I think. I am not going to allow the way I'm feeling and the way I'm thinking to overcome me, to place me in some tomb or some box that I don't belong in, or that it was not meant for me to be in or remain there. Now it's time for me to throw myself a celebration, coming out, being me party, to love me and to enjoy me. You know, to be good to me, to feel good about me. I'm going to, from now on, when I wake up in the morning and when I go to bed at night, I'm going to stand in front of that mirror. I'm going to wrap my arms around my beautiful, lovely self, and I'm going to look at my beautiful, lovely self and say, I love you. Yes, you are worth living. You are worth having. You are worth giving away. You are worth being accepted. You are worth being appreciated. I'm going to walk out the door tomorrow, and I'm going to share your beautiful, lovely self with the world. The world needs to know that your beautiful, lovely self is here, that your beautiful, lovely self exists. Yes, beautiful people, now is the acceptable time. From the time you hear my voice, beautiful people, harden not your heart. Grab a hold to your beautiful self, beautiful people, and don't let go. Don't let go. That's right. Embrace yourself and feel good about doing it. And we all are going to celebrate with you when we see you. We all are going to tell you about how beautiful you look, how wonderful your smile is. Ooh, you just so radiant. Oh, yes, you are. You feel in the atmosphere with your beauty. Yes, you do. And we can see you. And all decked out in array of your beauty. Yes, embellish your soul with your beautiful smile on your beautiful face. So with that beautiful smile shining on your beautiful face, that beautiful smile is going to leave everywhere you go and plant those beautiful feet. It's going to leave, beautiful people, a positive trace. And I long to see it. Can't wait to see all of that loveliness in you about who you are on display. Don't allow anything and everything to be more important than you. You are significant. You are the validation. Okay? Yes, you are. You are the validation. So validate your lovely self, okay? So that we can all be beautiful people, be validated together. You beautiful people keep smiling. I have enjoyed this time with you immensely. But if I don't turn around and walk away, because I want to go out here and enjoy some more of these beautiful people in society so I can encourage somebody else, I'm going to give it all to you beautiful people. And I don't mind doing that. But we're going to share today, okay? You beautiful people, be good to yourselves as often as I say it, and I know I say it. Be good to yourself because I sure will. Be good to your beautiful self. And you beautiful people, have a smiling day. Frank Anderson, looking forward to enjoying my time with you again soon. Come smile with me. Frank Anderson. Kind words and a smile. If you can appreciate all these beautiful things All right, beautiful people, stop by and smile with me, and let's enjoy our time together. Always. Have a smiling day.